Chip is a savings app that offers a couple of different accounts, and the Chip Plus account currently offers a market-leading interest rate of 1.25%. I stumbled across Chip in the Vodafone My Rewards app, where Vodafone customers can get access to free stuff, free trials for things, discounted products and services, and also enter giveaways as well. For the month of February 2021, Vodafone were giving away access to the Chip Plus Premium account, which is the one that has the 1.25% interest rate, and this instantly caught my eye because this is very, very unusually high for interest rates at the moment. Originally, I did want to put this video out in the month of February so that those Vodafone customers could go and get access to it and open up while it was still live, but I didn't feel like a couple of weeks was long enough for me to get really familiar with it and enough time to form a really in-depth review. If you are new here, hello, my name is Katie and I make videos based on things that I learn on my journey throughout life. So firstly, let's look at how legit Chip is, because I know a lot of people are wary about the number of new banking apps that are popping up all over the place. Firstly, it is ICO registered, which is the Data Protection Public Register. Secondly, it is FCA approved, which stands for Financial Conduct Authority, and they are a financial regulatory body in the UK. Thirdly, they use encrypted data, which I think is pretty much a standard for these new banking apps, but it is nice to know that it's there. They use the latest open banking technology, which allows you to link up your bank accounts between apps and easily transfer money between them. The Chip Plus account is protected by the FSCS, which protects your money if the company Chip goes bust, but the regular Chip account isn't, because it's only accounts that pay interest that are applicable to this. You can currently vote for them in the British Bank Awards, and they are UK based. They have an office in London, and you can either write to them, you can email them, or you can talk to them in the app. They have a little chat service in there. Okay, so let's look at the accounts that they have. They have 3 accounts. Firstly, there is the Chip account. This is your bog standard, nothing special bank account, no savings rates, no interest paid, and this is free to anybody. Secondly, they have a HTB account, which pays 0.3% interest, but this account is at capacity and is not accepting new applications, so it's only available to the people that already have it. And lastly, there is the Chip Plus account, which is what I'll be focusing mostly in this video, and it is an easy access savings account that gives you 1.25% interest. Now, 1.25% interest rate is very, very high, and as they claim, it is market leading at this certain point in time. And the reason they are able to offer such a high interest rate is because they sacrifice their advertising budget and they spend that and they give it back to the consumer. So instead of spending money on advertising, they actually give that money back to us in the form of a higher interest rate. Now, this is an interesting principle. I've never come across a company that does this before. Whether or not they are the first, I'm not sure, but it is quite brave for a new startup company to start out without an advertising budget, and I will be interested to see how this company actually does grow in the long term. So if they're not paying for advertising, how are they translating this amazing interest rate to their consumers? Well, they're doing it through word of mouth and through recommendations. To gain access to the Chip Plus account, you need to either be referred yourself or refer somebody else, and it's all done through what's called a VIP passcode. So you need to either send one of these passcodes to a friend and then you both get access to the Chip Plus account, or you need a referral code from somebody else, and someone who has the Chip Plus account already can only refer one person. Some people might describe this as a little bit of a pyramid scheme. I'm not sure if it is or not, I haven't decided, but I guess it is, because you're bringing other people in for your benefit, but they're also benefiting, and once you're in, you're in. So I happen to think it is a really nice idea, especially because they are saving the money on advertising, so you do have to sort of do your bit to be able to help the company out. I understand why they're doing it, but I would say one thing that does frustrate me is that one person can only refer one other person, so you can't have a code that is universal and applicable to a lot of people. And I do understand that maybe it works better that way for them because it's a bit of a chain reaction. If each person refers one person, then the chain probably goes longer than if a load of people were just to get referrals off of me, for example. But yeah, that is one thing that I find a little bit annoying. Okay, so going back to the different options they have 3 different accounts available, and also they do have 2 different plans to choose from as well. So the free plan is called Chiplite, and with this you get to save up to £5,000. You get to put unlimited manual deposits in, you can get access to investment funds which are being released soon, and you also get access to the Chip Plus account at 1.25% interest, but you only get this up to £2,000 of your money. So you can save up to £5,000, but you only get the 1.25% interest rate on 2,000 of that. The premium plan is called ChipAI, and with this one you can also save up to £5,000, but you get the interest rate on the full £5,000. You get unlimited manual deposits, same as the Chip Plus. You also get the access to the investment funds. You get automatic savings with this one. You get savings rules, you can set goals, and also you get a payday put away as well. And that costs £1.50 every 28 days. And I just want to point out here that there are 13 lots of 28 days in a year, not 12. So I think they are being a little bit sneaky there and getting an extra month's worth of payments in. When you first sign up to Chip and first download it, you get a 28-day free trial of ChipAI, and then it's automatically subscribed unless you opt out of it. So I am currently on the ChipAI plan because I had my 28-day trial and it's just rolled over to the second month now, but I thought I would just keep it for this extra month so that I can show you the features of the more premium plan and you can make your decisions on whether you think it's worth it or not. I am going to do a separate video on a walkthrough for Chip to show you these features, so this video is not too long, so do have a look out for that one. But personally I don't use these features enough really to warrant the £1.50 a month, because I know that there are other free apps that allow you to do most of this stuff for free. So personally I'm not that interested in all the extra features. They are nice to have, but yeah, like I say, I don't think they're worth the money. For example, they have a payday putaway, which is a set up monthly deposit that can go out on the day that you are paid. I'm not that fussed about this because I manually move my money around on payday anyway, so it's just an extra account to work with. You can set savings goals up for different things, and it will put money into these goals so that you can manage your money better. Again, this isn't that important to me because £5,000 that I have is just my emergency fund, and that's what it's there for. It's sat there in case of emergencies, so I don't really need the goals feature. And if I were to set a goal, it would be for something bigger like saving for a house deposit, and the maximum is obviously £5,000, so not very useful for me. And they do have an auto savings feature as well, which I think is the AI part of the plan. They have like a bot that looks at your bank account and your spendings and judges how much it thinks that you can save, and it takes the money automatically out of your account. This is, I think, a good tool to have, especially if you are bad at saving money, then it might really help you. And you can also choose your level of severity of saving between 1 and 5, I think. So that is quite nice, and it is a nice feature to have, but again, I'm quite good with my money, so I don't really need this. So the main reason I was interested in Chip was for the 1.25% interest rate, because like I say, I have £5,000 for my emergency fund and I just want to put it in the highest savings account possible. So if anyone else is like me and they're just after the best rate of savings for their money, I've done some calculations judging the monthly payment rate versus the interest to see how much it actually works out overall. So the Chiplite plan, you can get 1.25% interest up to £2,000, and the ChipAI premium plan gives you interest up to £5,000. So actually, when you go up to the premium account, you're only getting the interest on that £3,000 extra. So if you work out 1.25% of £3,000, then it comes to £37 in interest over the year. You work out the annual cost of the account, which is £1.50 times 13, which equals £19.50. So we take away £19.50 from £37.50, which is our total interest, and we get a profit of £18 over the year. In terms of interest, 18 is 0.6% of 3,000. So in the end, you're getting 0.6% interest on that £3,000 extra. Now 0.6% is still pretty good. I think the average of savings at the moment is around 0.5, so you're still getting a good deal, and I don't think this is exceptionally bad. It's just in comparison to the 1.25% that they sort of make you believe you're getting. Don't be fooled by it entirely. So there's two ways of looking at it. You can separate the £2,000 and the £3,000, or we can average it over the entire £5,000. So let's have a look at what the average interest rate would show for that. So 1.25% of 5,000 is £62.50. If we minus the annual charge of £19.50, then it gives us average interest rate of 1.06, which is really good. Anything 1% or more is really, really good for a savings rate. So it really does depend how you look at it, if you want to look at you're paying extra for the 3,000 or if you want to just do it as a whole. And do remember that you are paying for the extra features as well. You're not just paying for the extra 3k interest. You are getting a lot more for your money than just the interest rate. I personally have another savings account that pays 0.75%, so I'm actually going to move my £3,000 out of Chip because I've currently got the whole 5,000 in there. Once I did these calculations, I thought, actually, I think my £3,000 is better off in the higher interest rate account, so I am going to move over eventually. But yeah, there's really minimal amounts of interest that we're talking here. I mean, I'm going to get an extra 0.15% of interest on my money. And then I'm going to keep my £2,000 in the Chiplite plan. Now, obviously, a lot of the things that I have said in this video are my opinion, and it really does depend on how good you are at saving money or how much money you have to save, and the sort of features that you would like in an app. But before I end this video, I just want to read out a little bit from their website. Our returns with Chip Plus One isn't really the best. We're confident that even taking the ChipAI fee into account, the return is still market leading for easy access savings, and ChipAI offers multiple benefits beyond the higher limits for Chip Plus. The comparison above was last updated on the 15th of February 21 and considers other no strings attached easy access savings accounts and high interest current accounts. We regularly review and update this to keep making the claim that Chip Plus is the best return on easy access savings, but note that Chip is not a comparison site. We are aware there are a handful of easy access accounts that offer higher returns, but these come with eligibility requirements, minimum, maximum, monthly deposits, lower bonus limits, or significantly higher fees than ChipAI £1.50 charge. We've based the 125 times better claim against the easy access savings products from the big banks, HSBC, Barclays, NatWest, who between them have the majority of the UK banking customers. So there they are disclaiming in a way that they are only comparing their savings rates to those three banks. And obviously there are many, many other types of bank account in the UK available. So it's nice that they have that little disclaimer on their website, but I think that that little bit of text does say a lot. Okay, that is it for today. I hope this video was helpful and maybe helped you decide if you want to open up a Chip Plus account and stick with the AI plan or not. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough for all the features on the actual app, so do keep a look out for that.